Hello, welcome back to MidEast In-Depth, part of Levant TV's press review. Today we will be discussing the Iran nuclear talks. Julien Piquet writes a piece in Al Monitor titled "Week Ahead, Iran Back in the Congressional Spotlight." The House and Senate are back in session next week, and lawmakers in both chambers plan to use the dwindling time before the July 20th deadline for a nuclear deal to hammer the Barack Obama administration on its negotiations with Iran. The House kicks things off June 10th with a hearing dedicated to verifying Iran's nuclear compliance. This is but the first in a series of hearings on the nuclear talks and will feature 4 former government officials with expertise on the matter. Meanwhile, the pro-Israel Foundation for Defense and Democracies of the Foreign Policy Initiative are banding together for a Capitol Hill conversation on June 12th dedicated to Iran's dashed hopes for improved human rights under President Hassan Rouhani. Speakers are expected to address accelerated human rights issues as well as how human rights concerns should inform the nuclear negotiations presently underway. Jennifer Rubin writes on Iran, where the House Foreign Affairs Committee will hold a hearing on the country. She says, "We are fast approaching a critical juncture for the Obama administration, Congress and Israel." Iran's moderate president said that his administration will defend the Islamic Republic's nuclear rights and work to end international sanctions that have devastated its economy. The Washington Post article says the hearing needs to touch on 5 critical aspects of the Iran interim deal, and she says all will be relevant to the determination by the White House, Congress and Israel as to whether the farcical nuclear talks should continue and or be supplemented by additional measures. The writer says it is important to get direct testimony from the negotiators, both secretaries of state who have formulated the Iran policy and experts including former Obama officials who have a detailed knowledge of the talks. A wide array of voices should be included because, bluntly put, the administration's constant politicization and lack of candor in foreign policy means we cannot simply take its word on critical issues on faith. As for Israel, Rubin concludes Iran's continued progress towards a nuclear arms capability, its revived economy, Iran's refusal to cooperate with inspectors and sustained research on Iran's advanced centrifuges and ballistic weapons program should factor into Israel's consideration as to how long it can wait before acting unilaterally. Also on the nuclear talks, the Tehran Times features a report on Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Abbas Araqshi, who has said that the major powers must make tough decisions in nuclear talks with Iran so that a final deal could be struck to resolve the decade-old dispute over Tehran's nuclear program. There are still wide differences between Iran and the P5+1 group, the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany. Over various issues, senior Iranian nuclear negotiator Abbas Araqshi has said. He also added the other side must make tough decisions and must be able to accommodate our views and must be ready to help establish the Iranian nation's rights through recognizing them. He also said that Iran's plan to hold separate bilateral meetings with some delegations of the 5+1 group before the next round of nuclear talks to thoroughly discuss various options and proposals in more detail so that the 2 sides will be able to bring their views closer together. Araqshi said that he expects that Iran and the major powers will start work on drafting the text of a comprehensive nuclear deal. In the previous rounds of political level talks in Vienna, Iran and the major powers made little progress in building on the landmark interim nuclear deal they clinched last November in Geneva and did not reach the point to start drafting a final deal. Araqshi then added, "There is hope that we can reach a final agreement in this time frame, but if we can reach an agreement, we have to extend the Geneva deal for 6 more months so that we continue the talks." Another senior Iranian nuclear negotiator also said on Monday morning that in the talks with the United States, the Iranian officials will express their views explicitly within the framework of the system's red lines. Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister for European and American Affairs Majid Takhtravanchi also said that the key to success is to pursue the talks based on realities and not illusions and outside pressure. That was it for today, and for more updates, please visit our website levant.tv. Thanks for watching MidEast In-Depth, and bye for now.